You mentioned specifically about how many abusers will take this situation to manipulate others and to play psychological games with the victim. Can you just take us through the ways you fear that's going to happen?
Sure. So I think abuse is all about control. Abusive partners typically like to exert their control on victims by, controlling their environment, their finances, their interactions, and their movements. And I think all of these aspects have been made worse by social isolation. And while the regulations imposed by the government and the recommendations that everyone should stay indoors and practice, social distancing, all of these measures are, of course, absolutely essential to curb the spread of the virus. But it has also provided sort of an easy justification for abusers to exercise these various different forms of control. And so, from the stories I received from women in different parts of Pakistan, social isolation has essentially meant that they're unable to meet their friends and family, many of which were part of their emotional support systems. And they've also been unable to go to places that would otherwise, provide them with a sort of sanctuary. So, in one example, a woman shared that she had gone out to do groceries, and when she returned, her husband made her wash her face with bleach, saying that she had to do this in order to ensure that she didn't bring the virus home with her to, infect him or the children. So that's an example of how, this has been used as a tool of justification and manipulation. Right. And some stories that I received also reflected the emotional stresses that are coming alongside not being able to, not for women not being able to send their children away from the house, in times when these things are happening, which means that more children are also going to be likely witnessing certain acts of abuse in the house. And the women were obviously worried that this is going to have, a detrimental effect on their behaviors and well-being right now, but also especially as they grow older.